Even before congressional Republicans finalized their tax bill, charities were worried. The final legislation roughly doubles the standard tax deduction, to $12,000 for individuals and $24,000 for couples. A higher standard deduction means fewer taxpayers will itemize their deductions on their tax returns, reducing the incentive to give to charities. Currently, only taxpayers who itemize, meaning, they detail gifts to charity and other spending on their returns, may deduct contributions. The non-profit sector is alarmed, said Michael Thatcher, Chief Executive of Charity Navigator, a charity rating website. The change in the standard deduction is the biggest cause of concern, he said. Estimates of the impact from an increase in the standard deduction vary. According to the Tax Policy Center, more than 46 million filers would be expected to itemize in 2018 under current law, but that number would drop to under 20 million. For charities who serve families in need, the projected declines in giving will devastate our ability to provide food assistance, said Diana Arviv, Chief Executive of Feeding America, a network of food banks. For many charities, 2017 is shaping up to be a good one for fundraising, as the economy hums along and the stock market booms. The United Way of Greater St. Louis, for instance, which serves Missouri and Illinois, expects top donors to contribute 6% more than what they gave in 2016, said Orvin Kimbrough, the group's president and chief executive. But the future is cloudy under the new tax regime. The group estimates a potential drop in taxpayer giving to charities of $169 million annually in Missouri and $431 million in Illinois, under the new tax law. That's a lot of money, Mr. Kimbrough said. This is about people's lives. One short-term bright spot: donors, uncertain about whether they can deduct a contribution next year, may be more generous this year, giving non-profit groups a bump in 2017 fundraising. Some fundraisers are asking donors to consider doing just that. The Greater Milwaukee Foundation, which makes grants to support community and civic groups, sent an email to donors explicitly noting the effect of the tax overhaul. If you are a taxpayer who itemizes, the email said in part, it probably makes sense to accelerate some charitable contributions into 2017 to get a larger income tax deduction this year. Ellen Gilligan, the foundation's chief executive, said the federal tax legislation moved so quickly that many donors were unaware of its provisions and how it might affect their taxes. Many have been appreciative of the notice, she said, and some have accelerated their contributions to the foundation's donor-advised funds. Donor-advised funds allow people to make contributions and take a tax deduction, while designating a choice of gift recipient at a later date. Ms. Gilligan said the foundation has an endowment and doesn't expect its grant programs to be significantly affected in 2018, but there is concern about the longer-term impact of the tax change. Eliminating the tax incentive, she said, has the potential to have a very negative impact on charitable giving.